Hi, Terry Bowman once again. April 30th, Sunday. It's wonderful in being here, Silicon Valley, California, Cupertino exactly. The land of highly priced homes, about 6 times more than the national average of 188,000 for an average house in America now. Everyone's trying to make enough money to get by, but I want to get by and a little bit beyond. So I finished my cinema BA at San Francisco State in 2015. So I could prove to myself I just could, and a lot of younger people drop out. I didn't drop out, I just wasn't able to keep going past my AA. I knew I'd get back, but it sure took a long time. I figure the medium films, my BA is in cinema, and I figured that media and film are really good tools for business, so that's what the goal was to be. And I still want to help those and support them around me, and people in general. That takes money, and unfortunately not just a desire. I'm very, excited to be part of the Vasayo comp plan, and I'm here to show what the business opportunity in reality can do. It's obviously noisy, so I'm going to keep talking loud. I'm not in, just basically today is like a month, 30 days. I started on the 30th, today is April 30th. I now have 35 partners in the group and over $13,000 of accumulated volume. Again, that's not all my money, but just assume even if you have a small percentage of his money as it keeps on growing, that becomes a significant amount. So we work ourselves, but never alone. And it's teamwork. Vasayo produces MicroLife, first shipped in March, a life-altering system of vitamins and supplements, delivery which is nano-size. And with that nano-sized particle, it actually is wrapped in a liposome. That's a little technical for some people. It's basically let's call it a protective coating of cells that is degradable by the human body but will slip right through the skin. It's that small, so it is absorbed to a level like a transdermal patch or greater, so it really gets delivery to your system. Anyhow, the business, pretty much anybody that believes in themselves and really has the discipline can become a brand partner, and that's about $200. Low fee to begin acquiring a system with such capacity, and perhaps tens of thousands or more dollars annually going through your business, and I obviously expect to see over $100,000 of volume go through this business of mine. So anyhow, what the deal is that we can earn these monies by basically producing sales through our business and showing people what we do, and it's pretty much a two-step program. And I'm documenting the whole thing on YouTube, and so this is probably my 9th video. And you can go to YouTube and see Vasayo Bohm. You're probably there already because you're seeing this. First, it's a truly simple system. Vasayo is you join the company through a sponsor like me that places you in the corporate tree and all others who follow you, and about half of your sponsors line will be placed beneath you. Remember, an active sponsor really has a lot of ability to help you grow this business. So look for someone that's really wanting to do this, not casually. And if you do get engaged and you have a sponsor, use them to help you develop your business. And that will basically really accelerate what you've got. You've got every possibility of making income greater than anybody that's been involved before you. And likewise, somebody else that will join after you and I are capable of passing us right up because of their efforts and the, let's call it the dynamics of each individual's business. Remember, our personalities, our looks, everything that we are pretty much is a law of attraction or distraction. And so we have this magnetism, either positive or negative repulsion. So that's sort of what we're up against. We're using ourselves to become a part of a system that's people. So there is an application, once you get involved in the business, it tracks every sale, it tracks every bit of the rank, and it shows all the people that are basically beneath you growing the business. So it's really motivating to see people getting in this week, last week, and all of a sudden they've got 4 and 8 people, 10 and 12 people, etc., etc. There's no paperwork. The whole thing's calculated on the computer system. And Dallin Larson, the founder, has been having a goal of reaching this business to 1 million members in the next 4 to 6 years. So we have perhaps 30,000 as of the 5 months so far. So we're pretty fortunate to join now and be along for the growth ahead. But there will be people that will join us next year, and like they said, pass us right up. It's a great thing, and to be part of a binary tree shows the way that a business can grow as much like a tree. It's cell growth, division, cell growth, division. So people are basically now a couple 100,000 years on the planet. So we assume that they do grow and they do divide and they do have growth. So there's more people growing and turning 18 in the town of Cupertino than I will ever have a chance of ever even talking to. So let alone trying to find 20 people. It's kind of silly to believe that you can't find 20 people that'll do this business. But you start with 2 people, one on your left, one on your right. And that's the team you start with, and hopefully they'll stick with you and make it grow just as you will. But that's why we have more than 2 people. So anyhow, I say that it's a business that pretty much any 18-year-old could do, but it's like finish a school. It's up to only them or you. And it's like reading a book. It's 1 page at a time. You can't make it happen without turning the page. And it can't be done by paying you, and it can't be done by yelling at you. It's your own commitment and discipline. And so why would you want to be healthier and make more income? How important is that for an extra $300 or maybe $2,000 per week? What could you do tomorrow that would basically outgrow you in a normal way? Getting a job will not outgrow you. It's going to stop the moment you stop. So this is a pretty communal business, and it only takes an instant to make the choice, and you can be involved. As Americans, we're pretty lucky to have the capacity to share this with so many great potential partners. If you can find 2 people to follow you, you have opened the door, in my opinion, to a brighter future. I will help to make this happen, and this is my promise. But again, you have to make some promises to yourself too. So that's all it is. I would say that realistically, a person that makes over $50,000 a year is probably more understanding of their abilities than someone that only makes 25 or less. But that doesn't really matter if the person says, I'm going to do this anyhow. I don't care how much or how little I make or what my degrees are. So that's what's kind of cool about the business. And we have people that are just general working people, and we have professionals. So simply telling other people about Vasayo means you're already doing the business. Simply saying, hey, have you heard of Vasayo? What's Vasayo? Vasayo is a new business that lets people get healthier, but it also lets them build a business income. So if you can take a 5 or 10 minutes out of your life and watch a video or listen to a little performance of mine, then I can show you more. So the first step is to join. Second is to take a list of people that you think you might know, or people you don't know, but people list, and then you just go out and start sharing with people for extra income and people that are health conscious. It's a range of people anywhere that have a minimum wage or still in college, and even somebody making $500,000 a year might think this is a piece of cake. Well, I don't think it's a piece of cake. I think it's a slice of cake that you basically have to take advantage of. But you got to look at it seriously. You got to see, what do people need to do to make this work, and what do you have available if you're already wasting time. You surely aren't going to be wasting really much money, because it's about as cheap as it gets for any real business, and probably less than Starbucks on my monthly visits. So I'm here in Cupertino at a coffee society across the street from De Anza College, and there's people in here all the day that have retired people or professionals of Silicon Valley software engineering side. He works for Apple. So there's a lot of people to talk to everywhere you go. So after you basically get involved, you're going to sponsor 1 person on your left and 1 person on your right, and that's the foundation of the whole business. And then what you're going to do with the help of a sponsor is to repeat this effort, and we call this a 2x2. So you're getting 2 people, and you're helping them get 2 people. But in the process, you're actually building relationships, and someone amongst the groups of you are going to basically be better than others, and some are going to basically need help. But it doesn't matter, because it's a learning experience. So it's important, to know what to do. So that's the information you share. And there's also going to be people above you that are going to be putting places in your business. So you have no real responsibility other than to work your own pace. 30 minutes a day if you want, or more, or less. Your results vary, and we are all variables. We're not allowed to suggest an income claim, because each person has their own level of what they'll do. Each month thereafter, you only must maintain a minimum of 80 points. That's about $135. That basically renews your business every month and maintains. If I didn't pay my $135, my 13,000 of accrued volume would disappear. and I wouldn't have access to earning that percentage of it. So it's pretty basically simple to understand. If I stay involved, I will make money. If I don't keep my minimum involvement in, I basically stand to lose a pretty good sizable chunk of accrued income. So become familiar and get personal with experience with the business and our 5 micro life products. So right now,